going to be talking about how we plan our lives, and that we brought in Karen Lindsay, and Karen is a life coach. Karen, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
So, Karen, I know that everything that goes on in my life I plan perfectly. Not. So, is there anybody out there whose life has gone just exactly as they hoped it would?
You know, I've kind of taken it upon myself to ask this question of a lot of people whose lives look very different to me, and I've never once gotten the response that their life went just as they hoped or as they planned.
So, what can you suggest about this?
I would first describe it as the unexpected life, which is everyone's life in my mind.
Right.
So I'm going to give you 3 or 4 suggestions. Number 1, the first suggestion would be that one acknowledge or accept that their life does not look as they planned or hoped. We waste so much energy in anger or frustration or disappointment or in trying to squeeze our life into something that it's not, rather than pursuing something that might make us far happier than just trying to make something out of something that's not happening.
So basically wasting a lot of energy getting nowhere.
Right. And a lot of painful energy. We just sit there saying, but I didn't have the children I wanted, or my children didn't turn out as I wanted, or I never planned to be alone, or, you know, you're just talking about funeral planning. I never thought I would plan a funeral at this point in my life. All the disappointments.
Absolutely. So the first thing is acknowledging.
Openly saying to yourself, this doesn't look like I planned.
Okay.
And then the second step we might lead into is then choose which emotions you let linger. Emotions come upon us sometimes without bidding, without asking, and we can choose how we feel.
That's a big one. That gives you some power in your situation.
If you choose to have a pity party, choose for how long you're going to feel really sorry for yourself, and then say, after that, I'm going to go have some ice cream or get a hug for my grandchild or do something that changes your thought process. But we can choose our emotions. There's some tremendous writing by an author named Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who spent time in the German concentration camps. And he said the thing that helped people live or die was not how physically strong they were, it's where they chose to think and how they chose to approach what was happening to them.
Wow, that's powerful.
So if you choose your emotions, choose which ones you're going to focus on, and then focus on the lemonade, not the lemon, would be my third step, which is, you know, we always say, make lemonade out of the lemons life gives you. But if we focus on the gratitude, we focus on the hidden blessings, we focus on what it is there that might be a gift. The universe, God, however you regard it, might have given you an amazing gift in this life you hadn't intended to have.
That's really great. That's really great. So it's acceptance and then choosing how you're going to feel about what's going on. What else?
The last step I might give you that I think we can spend some time on, and this one will sound crazy at first, my fourth step, so we've acknowledged and accepted what's happening. We're choosing our emotions. We're focusing on gratitude. We're focusing on the positives. But the fourth step might be to look for solutions to the problems that are presented by this unexpected life. And one of the greatest solution-seeking techniques I've ever seen is to sit down and start writing and write and keep brainstorming, and it might take you a few days until you come up with 50 possible solutions. And the number 50 is intentionally ridiculously high because you can't only look at the practical, pre-thought-out solutions and come up with 50. You might have to come up with some really, really wild solutions.
Really off-the-wall stuff. That's one of the things that I try and do on a daily basis is just sit down with either a little tablet that I can write on or a pen and paper and just spend 10, 15 minutes every day just kind of brainstorming.
And you can brainstorm by yourself. You can brainstorm when you're doing other life functions, the dishes, in the shower, or whatever. And just keep that pen and paper close for a few days and see if you can come up with 50 solutions. It takes your focus off the negative, and it puts your focus on a solution. And it's amazing, the solutions that you come up with.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you and start this process for themselves to improve things and come to acceptance where they are in their life and hopefully get on a better track if they're not really happy with where they are, how can they reach you?
The very best way to reach me is by sending an email or going to a website, and so they could email me at info@enougheenough.com.
info@enougheenough.com. Great.
And the word enough is used intentionally because most of us don't feel like we're enough or our life is enough. So info@enougheenough.com. I would love to have a conversation with anyone who's interested.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Karen. Now, if you didn't get all of that, didn't get her information, you can reach me at 844-981-0099 or email me, Dennis@oneseniorsource.com, or visit our website at oneseniorsource.com. Coming up in our final segment, we're going to be talking with Reagan Archibald, and Reagan is the owner of East West Health, and he's going to be talking to us about, well, pain problems in both with headaches, chronic headaches, and chronic backaches.
We're also going to be talking with Mike Haslam from Haslam Law. He's going to be talking about pre-planning so that we don't have to have headaches. You're listening to One Senior Source Utah Radio on AM 860, Utah's Big Talker.